Willow Creek looked like a perfect New England postcard, but underneath the surface, it was a town built on a lie. For a century, the mysterious Sterling family ruled from their crumbling manor on the hill, enforcing a strange set of old laws. I'm Elias Thorne, a 24-year-old locksmith who never believed in ghost stories. But that all changed the night my grandfather Silas passed away. He didn't leave a will. Instead, he left me a heavy iron box and a cryptic warning. The creek doesn't just flow with water, Elias. It flows with time. Don't let the Sterlings find the teeth. Inside that box was a key, but it wasn't made of metal. It felt like cold bone, covered in silver veins that pulsed with a faint glow whenever the moonlight hit the creek's water. Just hours after the funeral, my shop was broken into. Standing in the shadows amidst my overturned tools was Julian Sterling himself. His voice was like grinding stones as he said, "The key, Elias. It belongs to the manor. Your grandfather borrowed it." I clutched the key in my pocket, feeling a sudden jolt of electricity. A vision flashed in my mind. A massive underwater gate hidden beneath the town bridge. Before I could even respond, the shop windows shattered. It wasn't a rock. It was the creek water itself, surging through the glass and swirling around me like a protective serpent. I took my chance and bolted out the back, running to the only person I could trust. Sarah, the town's disgraced archivist. In her lantern-lit basement, Sarah stared at the bone-white key. "It's not a key to a door," she whispered. "It's a key to a seal." She pulled out an old map from 1924, showing that the creek's path had been redirected a century ago. Its original course flowed directly under the Sterling Manor. "The Sterlings didn't build this town for the view," Sarah explained, her eyes wide with a mix of terror and excitement. "They built it to weigh down something that was trying to get out. The key," she told me, controlled something called the Ethel Gate, a rift between dimensions. The Sterlings' prosperity was literally siphoned from the other side. But now, the gate was failing. The whispers, people heard by the water, that was the sound of it cracking. Suddenly, we heard heavy boots outside. The Founders Guard, the Sterlings' private enforcers, had surrounded the house. "We have to go to the source," I said. "If that gate breaks open, it won't just be a flood of water, it'll wipe out everything." We led the guards on a chaotic chase through the foggy woods, finally escaping by sliding down the muddy banks into the freezing creek. I dove under, and the key pulsed in my hand, guiding me to a hidden cavern behind a waterfall that shouldn't have been there. The air inside was thick with the smell of ozone and ancient moss. It opened up into a massive chamber like a cathedral made of shimmering quartz. And at its center stood a monolithic door of black, swirling liquid, held shut by rusted chains as thick as tree trunks. Julian Sterling was already there, having arrived through a private lift from his manor. He held a ceremonial dagger. "You don't understand, boy," he sneered. "My family has sacrificed for generations to keep that gate cracked just enough. Our wealth, our health all leaks from the other side. If you close it, Willow Creek dies. If I open it fully, I become a god. And the townspeople," I yelled over the roar of the water. "Acceptable losses," he replied and lunged at me. The fight was a blur. He was stronger, but I knew mechanisms. I saw that the chains weren't just holding the door. They were part of a clockwork regulator. As Julian pinned me down, I jammed the bone key not into the liquid door, but into the complex mechanism of the chains. The entire cave groaned. The silver veins on the key blazed into a blinding gold. "What are you doing?" Julian screamed. "Changing the locks," I gasped. The key wasn't just closing the gate, it was inverting it. All the stolen energy that had fueled the Sterling fortune for a century began pouring back into the earth. The black liquid door solidified into solid granite. The
Yeah.
cavern began to collapse. Sarah and I barely made it to the surface of the creek just as the ground beneath Sterling Manor gave way, swallowing the entire corrupt estate whole. The whispers of Willow Creek finally fell silent, and for the first time in 100 years, the town was truly free. Thanks for watching our story unfold. If you love tales of mystery and adventure, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.